What's up, y'all? We're here with Dave Kohler, the owner of the biggest Lakers collection in the world, and today he's letting us come check it out.
Welcome to the Lakers Shrine.
David started his insane Lakers collection over 45 years ago. From rare game-worn sneakers and jerseys to championship memorabilia, each piece tells a story of Lakers history and fandom. Join us as we explore the passion behind the incredible collection and get an exclusive look at some of the most iconic sneakers in Lakers history. Obviously, this place is filled with Lakers memorabilia, but I kind of asked him to focus on sneakers because that's kind of what we do over here. He's not necessarily a sneakerhead. He's more so Laker fanatic, so he knows like the history of, you know, who wore the shoes, who signed the shoes, when they were worn, stuff like that. So we're gonna kind of get into it. We got a bunch of shoes right here. Is there any one that you want to start off by showing?
I've collected the sneakers for a long time. Obviously, finding a lot of game-worn stuff. A lot of times the sneakers would come, you know, with the jerseys as I got them from the players or, you know, different coaches and staff, things like that. So it's amazing how the shoes have become such a big thing, you know, in your market, in the sports memorabilia market, game-worn, game used. So it's been really cool. A lot of times I try to get the players to sign them, which is nice when you fast track 10 or 20 years. So let's look at some stuff here.
Yeah. First thing, obviously, people know me. They know I'm a diehard Kobe guy. So I got to pull out some of the Kobe's. Signed Kobe 3s, obviously, game worn, player exclusive. This colorway never came out to the public. What's the story on these right here?
These are really neat. I got them from a former player that was playing against Kobe Bryant in a particular game, and he asked for Kobe before the game, hey, can I get your shoes? And he was guarding him during the game, and Kobe was nice enough to give him 2 of these afterward. He signed them on here, added his number 24. Yeah, those are really neat.
So basically, Kobe busted his butt and then gave him his shoes after. Yeah, I'm assuming.
Lakers won, by the way.
There you go, there you go. And then you pulled these ones out of the glass case. This one is so dope to me because before Kobe had his own signature shoe with Nike, he was basically the spokesperson for the Huarache 2K4, and he wore these during the All-Star game, correct?
Yeah, these are from the 2004 All-Star game that actually was played at Staples Center. He wore them in the game and only in that game. Obviously signed them here. Kobe 8.
This version did come out to the public, but it didn't have this right there, the little LA logo, and it didn't have the date on the inside. So as you guys could see, it has the date on the inside of the shoe of the All-Star game itself. This is a crazy pair. This is, in my opinion, one of the best basketball shoes ever.
Here's the bag that came in.
Yeah, it comes with the little bag. And then one more Kobe I want to point out. He also has the Adidas stuff, but this one, to me, when he pulled these out, I was shocked because I was telling him, I'm from the Bay Area, and when I really got back into NBA and basketball was a game that was on the TV, was Warriors versus Lakers, and the Lakers were wearing their blue jerseys.
Yeah, the throwback.
Yeah, the throwback. Kobe was wearing this exact shoe. These were on his feet. So to see these in person is insane. I didn't know you had these.
Yeah, I think they only played in maybe 3 games that year in this color pattern. So he was wearing the Jordan line, which was crazy. Obviously got him autographed. I've had other people come here that when they see these, it resonates with them right away.
Yeah, it's insane. And we don't know if that's the jersey he wore, but
he did wear it.
He did wear it.
But I don't know if it was the exact same game as this. I think there was maybe only 3 games that year.
For sure.
But that is game worn. These are game worn.
LeBron's, some new additions. I think this is one of your more recent pickups, correct?
Yes. These are fantastic. And as you know, LeBron, a lot of times, you know, writes on here, you know, a lot of his sayings, you know, his area code 330. Kids, if you look at the other one here, he'll write his whole family on here. He'll do this before the game, and you can see all the photos. A lot of times you can pull the photos from the game, and you'll see him warming up where they can zero in on all these inscription he does.
Yeah, and he was telling me getting LeBron game-worn shoes is pretty much impossible, right?
It's really, really hard, especially now with the Lakers. You know, he's keeping most of his stuff.
Yeah.
So a few things come out here and there.
Let's get into those Shaqs, the size 22s. If you want to pull those out.
These are a couple of boats here. These are huge Lakers Reebok.
Yeah,
right?
the Reeboks.
Size 22.
Look at this. Put it to my head. And there's a few of these size 22s in here. One of my favorite ones is on the other side of the room. We'll get to that, but these are crazy to see. And I think this was a pump too. So if you press this button, it would make the shoe a little bit tighter.
Yes.
So that's
crazy. These are so big that you can try them on and you don't need to take off your shoes. You can just slip right in.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Shaq shoes are insane to see in person. And then you have some in the glass case here. what are these exactly? Because these are way before I became a sneakerhead. These things were...
Well,
yeah,
these over here are, you know, Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain, one of the greatest players of all time. Those are game-worn Converse All-Stars, they called them. Yeah. High tops. Wilt always liked to wear the high tops. I got those from him, obviously. Very, very rare. And then over here we have, obviously, Magic Johnson, Cons. Those are autographed. I love those. I love the color. That's when they were battling the Celtics. If you remember the old commercials with Larry Bird and Magic. And
Bird was also the spokesperson as well for the same shoe, correct?
Yes. First time I really remember when I was younger that they were running commercials with players selling shoes, you know, promoting the line. Yeah, those are real neat. And Celtics and Lakers were battling each other, and I think 4 or 5 times during the Showtime era.
I got to ask you, how do you feel about the Celtics just getting another banner?
I don't think you want to know my comment.
All right, we'll save that for another day. We'll save it for another day. All right, so now we got these Kobe 5 right here. These are the actual breast cancer Kobe 5s. But the cool story about this one is this one was actually worn by AD, Anthony Davis. And what's the backstory on these right here?
AD wore these. The first came back after the very sad accident when we lost Kobe and his daughter and the other people that were in the helicopter. So AD wore these, and he wrote on here, R.I.P. Bean, R.I.P. Gigi. And so he wrote that on before he wore them in the game that I think they played the Trailblazers, maybe?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah.
You know, at home at Staples Center.
Yeah. It was cool to see all the players wearing Kobe shoes. Like even LeBron was wearing a Kobe shoe to that game to pay homage to him. So AD's known to wear a bunch of Kobe's too. So, and this is a very exclusive colorway, as you guys can see, and seeing him right there is pretty cool. Bean, if you guys didn't know, is Kobe's middle name, Kobe Bean Bryant. And then we got one more right here. This is the Kobe 9. Anything special with this pair?
Game worn. I forget the exact particular game, but I love these. You know, the high top, obviously we had, you know, Kobe signed him 24. Just a neat color pattern.
Really nice. This is like one of my favorite Kobe's to play in, so I really like these. So it's cool to see these in person as well. So one of the first shoes I did notice when I walked in here was these right here. Now I know we talked about the ones that are back there that are worn, but this one might be a little bit more special.
Very, very special. Very historical. These are actually Wilt Chamberlain's game worn, again, Chuck Taylor high tops, 1972 season, which was a very special season in Laker history when they won the championship. And so these are the shoes that Wilt wore, and he signed them after the game when they beat the Knicks, and he gave them to the ball boy. So he would have wore these most of the season, including the playoffs and championship. And in that year, they won 33 games in a row, which is still a record in professional sports. Yeah.
You have two shoes from that season as well.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that one. It's crazy to see this because this is like the OG basketball shoe.
Yeah, he's actually wearing them right here. Yeah. This is in the final game right here.
And that's one thing I love about his collection is he has photos to go with everything. So I'll probably pop in a lot of the photos just so you guys can see references, but like he's printed them out and he has them all there. So if anybody tries to question you, you could just prove them wrong right away.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's always good to put things together, and you know, we do a lot of photo matching and historic and dates and all that. We have fun with it, but we want to be accurate.
Yeah, for sure. I guess we could walk over there and check out the other historic shoe right here. This one's in a really crazy case, so I'll let you take it away on that one if you want.
Yeah, this is from the same season, 1972 championship year. Lakers won 33 games, beat the Knicks in the finals. These are Jerry West low top Adidas, along with his wristbands, of course. And actually, when Jerry West came here, he was here a few times. My hero as a kid. When he saw these, I didn't even say anything to him. He looked at me and says, "Those are my championship shoes that I gave to the ball boy after we clinched the final game." So it was like he authenticated for me before I even asked him.
All right, back to another Kobe now, y'all. Obviously, huge Kobe fan, so I'm geeking over all these Kobe worn stuff. But this one is very, very special. Championship season or finals. Worn.
Yeah, so these are from the 2001 championship when they beat the Philadelphia 76ers, battling Iverson. The Laker team was so special. They won every playoff game except I think the first one of the finals. And so Kobe gave these to the bus driver in Philadelphia that drove him between the hotel and the arena every day or each game when they were playing at Philly. And obviously they clinched it there. So I've had these for a long time. Obviously the bus driver sold them a long time ago. Kobe signed them back then. These are really, really historical.
Very special, man. And for those of you guys that don't know, Kobe, before he signed with Nike, I know a lot of you guys know about the Nikes, you play in the Nikes, but he was with Adidas during the three-peat era. So yeah, there's a lot of Adidas signed Kobe's in this room. Now, there is one version of this that I want to know if you've tried to hunt it down. Do you remember after 9/11 when they played, Kobe had a American flag shoe? It's this shoe right here, and they had an American flag. Have you ever tried to hunt that down?
I knew at one time where it was located. I didn't get it.
No.
But yeah, that's very, very famous shoe.
Is it on the bucket list? Would you get it if it was offered to you?
That probably is on, that definitely is probably the one shoe that is on my bucket list.
Okay, cool. All right, we mentioned that we got some more Shaqs. This one is probably the craziest one. All-Star game, right?
All-Star game 2003, that was playing in Atlanta. The West won in overtime. I think it was like 155 to 145. Shaq wore these big boats. I signed them here. In fact, I even have a picture. I'll show you here. He's wearing them.
Am I wrong, but did this light up?
I think that was another version. I can't remember. But here he is here. And this is great. He's dunking and...
That's crazy.
Look at Jermaine O'Neal. He's like, I'm getting out of the way.
And this is probably one of the best All-Star jerseys ever. Like, honestly, they don't make them like they used to.
In fact, there's a picture, Michael Jordan's last All-Star game, 2003. And when would you ever see Shaquille O'Neal guarding Michael Jordan? That's crazy. Only in the All-Star game, right?
Yeah. There's also one, do you remember when Shaq turned his shoe into a phone? And they had it during the All-Star game and like the players were calling each other.
What year was that, do you know?
I think it might have been the LA year. I could be wrong.
Wow.
Guys, fact check us. That's one thing I don't know. That could be a cool collector's piece.
I would love to have those for the collection.
That would be super cool. Y'all see this picture right here, Kobe. This is probably one of the most important pairs because what happened in this shoe probably changed Kobe's career forever.
One of the most important pairs I have of Kobe Bryant. These are the shoes from his rookie year, 96-97 playoffs, from his last game as a rookie. Obviously, he had an unbelievable season, but if you remember in his last game in Utah, he shot 4 air balls. Lakers lost, season's over. These are the shoes from that game that he gave to the Utah ball boy afterward, signed them. Very important moment in Kobe Bryant history because after that, he was so mad at himself. He always said later that taught him, like, I need to be better, I need to be stronger. Of course, he was very young. You know, before that, he only played maybe 30 games of high school the year before. Now you're playing 82 games plus playoffs against the best athletes in the world. So he knew he needed to get stronger. And there was word when they flew back from LA that night, he went right to the gym and like shot till like 5 in the morning, right?
That's crazy.
Total Mamba style.
Yeah, that's where it started.
And these are the shoes. History.
Unbelievable. Yeah, for sure. I'm sure in the moment, he was like, I never want to see these shoes again. So he just gave them to the ball boy, but now it's history. This is,
here's the thing too, when you think about it. He was obviously very upset, mad, disappointed. He still took the time to give the shoes and sign them to the visitor ball boy.
Exactly, yeah.
Says a lot.
Like we touched on a lot of the sneakers. There is one item before we go that I want to talk about because I was blown away when I saw that you have this. Kobe's cast. How the hell do you get Kobe Bryant's cast? We talked about Kobe's rookie season. He also had a broken arm that season and he has the freaking cast that Kobe wore. This is insane to me. Like, how does this even come about?
Definitely a different item. He went down to Venice Beach and was playing pickup ball before they started training camp.
Outdoor?
Outdoor on the beach.
Oh man.
And I guess he went in and dunked on the rim and cracked his wrist, and show that to your viewers.
Check that out.
He's wearing this. Actually, here's one of his rookie cards. He's wearing the cast. So it's a different item. It's not a game-worn shoe. They're like, how did you get this? And one of the Laker staffers back then, after the doctor, cut it off him, he saved it. They had it around, and eventually I got it years ago. So it's definitely a conversation piece.
100%. Stuff like that, I just wouldn't expect people to want to collect, but then you're like, yo, it makes sense, and it's insane. We were talking about it, and we're like, we're going to focus on sneakers, but maybe we'll come back and talk about the other items in here because there's just so much. And
yeah, you're welcome to come back. I'm sure there's probably some other pairs of shoes that we didn't cover today, and segment 2 if you're looking for that.
For sure, yeah. And guys, they just launched TikTok. They just launched Instagram. I'm going to leave the link for all their social media down below. Go follow him. Y'all are a Lakers junkie or you're just a basketball fanatic, highly suggest you guys follow them. And hopefully we'll be back for a part 2.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Go Lakers.